1, 2, 3, 4. I need a girl to ride, ride, ride. I need a girl to make my wife. I need a girl who's mine, oh mine. I need a girl in my life. I need a girl to ride, ride, ride. I need a girl to be my wife. Nobody else, she's all mine. I need a girl. Yeah, yeah. Yo, I'm internationally known on the microphone.
EGAL back with another dreadful performance from your team, EGAL. What went wrong? Why is Mikel Arteta continually getting it wrong?
Listen, you guys keep blaming it on the manager, blame it on the manager. Let's be honest. If there was another manager in there today, you would have to you wouldn't be able to say with the same players things would be any different. Okay, what we need to do as a club, we need to understand that he is trying to build something from the ground up, and if you get rid of him now, you will never get to see the fruits of the labor. I genuinely believe we need to back our guy. We need to back the manager, even under bad performances. You need to still understand this is a whole process. It's not going to be one day. Everything's just going to switch, and we're not going to win the league. We're not Chelsea. We don't have a team that won the league 2 seasons ago that he's coming into and fixing. This is a team that's been performing bad for decades. So guys need to get it through your thick heads. We're not winning the league this year. We're not winning the league next year. So obviously you need to build from something. Get a man.
EGAL, your manager said within 3 years you're winning the Champions League.
Yeah, so back him.
So what has he shown? What has he shown? You played 9 games and failed to win 5 of them, bruv.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to today's game.
Defend that great unless you have all your men behind the ball. And by the way, you didn't defend great tonight. Like Gabriel tonight, if Leeds were clinical, the amount of times you clearance their players, you were so poor tonight, EGAL. How are you defending that, son?
I'm defending the manager and the fact that this is not a one-day thing where everything's just going to snap of the finger. He's not Thanos, okay? Guys need to get that through their head. When it comes back to this game, we performed better with 10 men than we did with 11 men. That is something you can criticize. I get that. But when it comes to today's game alone, we should have been more clinical. Leeds could have been more clinical. They could have won that game 4-5-0. We honestly got lucky. I don't take that. I don't care. I'll take the 1-0. With the red card, Pepe got sent off. Some craziness. That was one reason why we couldn't win this game. Pepe getting sent off put us under pressure, because if Pepe was still on the court, if Pepe was still on the pitch with 11 men, bringing somebody on like Saka, bringing someone on like Nelson could have changed the game, could have brought something forward. Because if we had 11 men near that end of the game, we had the best chances. We had better chances than Leeds.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Wow.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna be defending my club. I don't care.
You can defend your club.
I'm defending my club.
Defend your club.
Everyone just takes it. Everyone just takes the answer. Go bend over for other fans, not me. I'll defend the club. Even if we lose, we draw, we win a game, I'm still here. Nobody else is here. Come at me. I don't give a shit.
Yo, you're vexing the wrong people, EGAL, fam. You're vexing your club, blood. That's the place you should be vexed at right now.
This is for the people watching. You guys, Arsenal fans, we constantly get battered. If we win, if we lose, if we draw, it doesn't matter. We get battered. So you know what? Back your club. Back your club. Don't be a part of the people bantering your own fan base. Don't banter your own fan base. Let them do it. Don't do it to yourselves. I'm not pissed at you.
But you can understand why people are onto Arteta, though, right? And why
I get it. But be critical. Don't be. You can be critical. There's nothing wrong with being critical. Okay. There's nothing wrong with criticizing the manager. But when you say to me these players are not good enough, and you say to me even if we had another manager we'd be still bad, and you see the problems have been happening for a decade, don't blame the next man that comes in. I've heard from people's mouths. They said they would 100% back the next manager that comes in after Arsene Wenger, right? They backed Emery half-heartedly for a season. Then they said get him out. The same thing with Arteta. It's not even a season. The man came in December 20. This season, I hear
you again. Why are you even trying to convince people that are never going to want Arteta to be in the club and haven't wanted him to back him now? It's not going to happen. You might as well save yourself the breath, bro. Chill out. It's cool. You back Arteta. I'm going to back Arteta. And if he wins, then continue.
How long do you want to start seeing improvements, gents? And for me, the super chat here from 541. Who says, Mr. Let's be honest, EGAL needs to be honest with himself. Arteta is not the guy. How long do you give Arteta until you start seeing improvements? Because you had a little period towards the end of last season, won some tough games, won a trophy. But this season, it has been so poor. So poor from Arsenal. You go through your games, barring Fulham, go through your Premier League games. West Ham, you scraped it. Liverpool battered you. You scraped past Sheffield United. You go and got beat. You've won one of your last 5 games. Like, when are you going to start to say, maybe, just maybe, we've got to change something? You're becoming more and more negative. When and how is Arteta going to change this, Adam?
Terry, the thing is, Arsenal have not even played 10 games in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look right. It doesn't look great when you say this about Arsenal. But let's not forget, for years, bro, absolute years, we've been talking about how Arsenal are so bad defensively, and yet here we are, and we've conceded 10 goals in the Premier League. I know it's not great football to watch. I get it, but as I said, we've had chronic problems with our backline. We've been missing a spine. People tell us we've been missing Vieira since he left. Bro, we've improved in that respect, and we just need to continue in the same vein. I think it will get better, but in the meantime, it's necessary for Arsenal fans to adjust what they expect from Arteta. Don't expect him to go out and be winning games 4-0, 3-0, because that's not going to happen. We need to shore things up in the back first, which is what he's done, which is what he's continuing to do, and then we can learn to get the balance of the team right, and eventually it will come good. But don't expect too much from us too soon. That's all I can say.
I'm giving Arteta at least the January window and the summer window. If the thing's going wrong the same way it is today, next year this time, then we can have serious debates about him being the problem. Okay? As of right now, with the players that he was given and the situation he was given, I think it's fair to say give him at least until next year this time. That's what I'm saying. And if you guys,
is he really getting the best out of the players he's got?
He was last year.
People. Okay, listen. I view United and Arsenal as the same thing because we are the same thing. Same type of owner, same type of manager, same sort of players. Maybe you can argue United got better quality, more expensive players, whatever. But we're basically the same thing. So people throw the argument about Ollie is that he's not getting the best of what he's given. All right, cool. That's a fair argument. So is Arteta really getting the best of what he's given? Because it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I want to talk about the players, man. I hear the Arteta slander, but I want to talk about some of the players because realistically what I saw out there is like I'm sorry, Pepe, I'm going to address your comment, Adam. You cannot compare Pepe and Pogba right now. That's just ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. No, you cannot, because at the end of the day, Pogba in his second season was winning trophies and had a second in the league and was our best player. Look at the outputs Pogba's put through and look at the outputs Pepe's put through. Look at the output. Look at the Pepe. Look at the outputs Pepe's done. Look at his outputs. Pepe, come on, dog. Do not defend Pepe. He's trash. And Oba right now is looking like he took the money and he ran with it. So, I'm sorry, your players right now is what people should be talking about. I'm not going to talk about Arteta because I understand what EGAL is saying. I do believe at the end of the day, you got to back your manager at some point and see what he's going to do. He's a pragmatic manager, and that's how he plays. Your team's going to have to accept that. That's okay. That's not the problem. The problem is when you have players like Oba, who looks like he's happy to have taken the money, Pepe, who's doing nonsense like headbutt and I hate that was a red, but it's a red. You got Pepe doing that nonsense, and Saka, who is a great player but cannot finish. He cannot finish. It's just he's at that point where it's learning how to finish. So I'm calling out the players, man. Your players are not good enough, and it sucks that you just went and gave Oba $350,000 a week. You did it with Ozil. Pepe was the biggest flop next to Kepa, not Pogba, in the Prem. Like, so that's the problem with your squad right now. How are you going to fix that? I don't know. Your owners are going to have to step up and figure it out. But right now, your problem's with your players. That's how I see it.
Play the kids. Play the kids. Play Reece Nelson. Play Saka. Play Martinelli behind Aubameyang. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. At least that would give us something. At least playing them would give us something that would make us more positive about the future. It would mean they're investing in the future.
Wait, how can you be positive about the future when your players that are your youth players aren't good anyway? That's not
Martinelli. Come on.
Nelson's not great. Go on, Terry. You go.
Take that screw face away for a minute, right? Martinelli's good. Man's injured. Saka, very, very good. But you mentioned like Reece Nelson and that. All that's going to happen, I'm telling you what your fan base will do if you start playing those guys regularly and they're underperforming. You will criticize them and scrutinize them in the same way that you scrutinize and criticize other players. It always happens. Playing youth, again, is papering over cracks. And what I'm going to say about you, I get why you're defending your club again. I get why you're defending Mikel Arteta, but you were on this show all summer during the transfer window. You were on this show like dancing and celebrating when you beat Man United, telling me how good so many of your players are, telling me how good these individuals were. You were doing that. You now suddenly can't come out and say, I'm defending Mikel Arteta because the players are not good enough. You told me how good they all were. Arsenal fans told Chelsea that William was going to be better than Ziyech. You told us how much better you were going to be. Okay, Thomas Partey hasn't played today, but he also did play in like 3 of those other games that you like 4 games that you haven't won as well. What he was going to do. You're talking about all these players that you brought into the club are going to make you better. And you didn't want to say that actually it's going to take time. You were gassing it up like last summer. Oh, better window than all the other teams, better manager, better squad, better attacking lineup. And you flopped, and you're flopping again now. If I'm an Arsenal fan right now, we're going to go to Cam in a minute. Yeah, there's problems with Arteta. He's got to be given time. There's problems with the squad. You've got to be given time. But you should be fearful in the same way that Man United fans should be fearful. Your club is not set up with the overall outcome to be, we want to win the Premier League title. And this is another madness for you, Gooners. One last, this is a madness for you. Over 7 hours with no goals from open play. 7 hours.
We should have had a penalty, though. Let's be honest. We should have had a penalty. We
Where?
should have had a penalty.
Where we go?
That was a handball. When Aubameyang took the shot, the man held his arm down and he went like this.
Oh, chest.
You can't be serious. You can't be serious.
It's the handball.
That's not
anything
no,
above your shoulder.
The man went for the slide tackle. His hand was going down in a natural motion. What you want to do? Have no arms, bro.
You know, if that happens to us, you're going to be switching, bro. So there's
what I mean? Like he couldn't do nothing about it. What you want him to do? Have no arms, fam. The man did a normal natural motion, and he hit him on the arm when his arm's coming down, bro.
The same way we got lucky that we didn't lose this game, we could have got lucky and we could have got a handball in the box, and that could have been a penalty.
Not only that, though, EGAL, are we now becoming a team that relies on penalties to win games?
Oh, welcome to our club. Yo, welcome to our team, fam. Let's go.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Manchester United.
Brandon.
We're
supposed to be a big club, man. We're supposed to be a team that's aspiring to be in the Champions League next season. We can't beat Leeds.
No, we've got Cam with us now. Cam, what do you want to say, bro?